Well, I've got some good news and some bad news. It's February 11th, and the temperature's come up a little bit. It's actually about 34 degrees today, so that's pretty good news. We did get about six, maybe a little over 6 inches of snow last night, so I got to go through and clean out the entrances, as you can see here. Yesterday, I went through and I was knocking on the sides of the hives, and I did find out it's incredibly difficult to actually hear the bees through the reflectix. So since it was also a little bit warm yesterday too, I super quick exposed the quilt boxes, pulled the insulation back real fast to see if there was an active cluster or not. There was. I sealed it up. It literally took me 2 seconds to check. The good news is most of my hives are doing bad. Excuse me. The good news is that most of the hives are doing good. The bad news is unfortunately these two right here in the front here, so my single and this double, those are both deadouts. So I've lost both my singles and one double. So I'm 3 down. I still have 11 kicking. So that's pretty good. And temperatures this week are on a steady increase. They're going to be mid 30s, working their way up towards next week. They're actually calling for over 40 degrees. So hopefully we're in a home stretch. I'm going to get some pollen patties set up for these guys as well, because that way, if it's 45, if it's 40 and sunny, they'll be able to get out. And that's just a quick update on what's going on here. I'm going to go ahead and brush off these entrances.
This is Blackwater Honey Forge, named in part after the Blackwater River we live near in central New Hampshire, and in part after the master craftsmanship of honeybees. This is a place for learning, discussion, and to practice the art of beekeeping. Welcome to the journey. Be well and forge on.
Good boy.
So as I mentioned in a previous video a couple of times about the temperatures, we're going to have nights that are nice and cold, well below freezing. And then we have some daytime temperatures that are going to be up above freezing, mid 30s, and into the beginning of next week is supposed to actually be low 40s. So it's a great time to get your maple trees tapped. Now I happen to be lucky enough that when I moved into this house, there were already sap lines set up, which can give me the ability to tap about 16 trees. And for the first 4 years, I never looked into it. I didn't do it. And last year was my first year. I got a ton of sap and ended up with a yield of 3 gallons of maple syrup, which was phenomenal. And I'll tell you what, not only do I look forward to it, but the family does too. The kids love it. So I have my drill here. This is a 5/16 drill bit. And though the trees are set up, a lot of these trees are set up with more than 2 taps on them. A lot of the stuff I read, you're not really supposed to put more than 2 taps in any of your trees. So I alternate these throughout different years, but I really, even on my big trees, I really don't put more than 2 taps in them. I don't want to negatively impact the trees, but pretty easy. You just go in. Takes me a couple times to get the wood shavings out. And I do about an 1.5 to 2 inch hole. Then get that right in there. Get all those shavings out. Make sure it's nice and clean so everything flows really well. And then I'm probably going to be moving the camera around a couple of times because I got a bunch more trees to do. I had just started. So I'm going to get to tapping. And I got to make sure in the future too, I got to pick up some more of these connection points in these unions, because on some of these trees, these are so tight that it's actually, the tree itself is dented. So I need to be able to cut these, raise them, and re-splice them together. This one I can't even move. So it's something I got to do, if not this year, then before next year. So it's pretty windy out here today. Today's Thursday, what is it, the 12th? Yeah, today's the 12th. I actually wanted to be out here on Monday, but Monday was 8 degrees out with 25-mile-an-hour winds. And you know what, that just didn't sound like fun to me. So as I go along and tap these trees, it's another really tight one too that I wish I could cut and reattach. If you're going to be doing this, if you've done this for a while, you'd already know, but if you're going to be doing this, whether you're doing it in buckets or tapping like this, anytime you're putting in one of these plastic fittings or a spile or whatever, you always want to make a new hole. You never want to go into the same hole as you did the year previously, because it creates a wound on the tree. And think about it in the sense of sap's just not going to flow well through a wound, and you want the tree to be able to heal. So you just always go into a new hole, and it's really easy to see the old holes on the trees. I could probably show you some close-ups of what those look like, but they're pretty easily identifiable. So this would be an example of a previous year's hole, and if you could see in there well, the tree's actually healed right up and everything. It's not a hole that goes into the tree, it just goes right into the bark, and then the meat of the tree is actually healed up. So you want to drill a new hole a little bit of ways from that one and not reuse that. So here's something I don't know as well, is what's the minimum size tree that can be tapped? I honestly don't know. I think it's 6 inches, but if anybody knows, let me know. This is only my second year doing this. I haven't done all the research yet. So if you know, inform me. Also, I spilled an entire souffle cup, a big one, of ranch dressing all over myself today. Made a huge mess. That has nothing to do with maple syrup. Just a reminder, be careful with your ranch dressing. That is very simply just a 40-gallon tote. So everything will run from the side taps down to the main trunk, and then run down to here, which is the lowest point. I made sure to set this tote down here, I don't know, month and a half ago, before any snowstorms came in, because I didn't want to have to clear all this crap. So nothing's going to be flowing into it yet. I'm just cleaning off the top. But, well, that's good. There's no mice or anything in it. Get rid of all the ice here on top. And that's what it's going to be, is every day or every other day, I'm going to come down here and I'm going to be checking this. So on the end here is just a little wing nut valve. So I just open that up. Something I can close down when I'm not using it outside of season as well. That just goes in the drill hole here that I have and fills up my tote. And then it's just a matter of coming down to collect it with the buckets. I do have a second hole drilled over here in case I end up wanting to run out an extension cord here and put a like a sump pump in here. That way I can just kind of pump it up to my collection tanks. But this is what I did last year. A couple of 5-gallon buckets at a time. Worked slick. Hope that sap gets flowing soon.
Now, in error today, I actually messed up with my new video equipment, and I didn't actually hit record on one of the videos that I was supposed to take while I was outside. I must have been talking to a camera that was not recording. And basically in that video, to summarize real quick, is I was out in the bee yard checking on emergency food supplies today, despite it only being about 36, 37 degrees out, and it snowed this morning a little bit as well. It was supposed to be over 40 today, but in the next 10 days, today is the warmest it's going to be for the next 10 days. The 14-day forecast does not look too friendly. So I took a really quick risk, which you'll see in the videos here that come after this part, is that
I needed to get in super fast, check their food stores, and make sure they have what they need, because I think the next couple of weeks are going to be critical. Especially since we have a couple of weather events that are supposed to be coming in. We're supposed to be getting snow all along. So apologies for the video clip that does not exist, but this is a quick summary of what I failed at recording, and then you'll see me checking the hives throughout on the next part. Sorry about that. Learning as I go. So I did make an upgrade purchase recently. I have a new camera. I went and got the DJI Osmo Pocket 3, which is really good because it hooks right up to my DJI microphones, my mic minis. As soon as I pull this out of the case, it automatically connects right up to the camera. And this one, not only, as you can tell, gives me the active track, but it's gimbal stabilized. So hopefully when I do my walk and talk videos, I should be a lot less shaky. So wanted to upgrade my my video game. And I'm just going to go ahead and get through these really quickly. And if I have any more deadouts, I'll let you know. So far, so good. These guys are good with good food on them. They actually still have a decent amount of hive alive in there as well. So hopefully everybody's doing all right. I'll check back in with you in a second. Well, the good news is that I haven't lost any more hives. There's even one over there where I have a concern about, and luckily they're still even doing good as well. Some of the clusters are a little bit more docile than others. And in one of the hives, they're actually not even up to the top yet. They're still down in the frame. So that one must have had a lot of food on it, which is really good to see. But ultimately, I am glad that I got this done because I did dispense a decent amount of sugar feed to them as well. So hopefully over the next couple of weeks, they'll keep holding on and spring will come soon and this nasty, nasty cold will break. Then I can actually start really pushing forward with a lot of my plans here. But hopefully the bees back where you're at are doing well. If you're up here in the Northeast like I am, man, I feel for you. Heck, even everybody that got hit by that ice storm and everything as well, I'm sure that added a ton of complications to everybody's plate. But hopefully this winter, you're not sustaining too many losses that you can't recover from. Feel free to comment if otherwise, and you'll get my sympathies, that's for sure. But so far right now, if I can still pull through into the spring, or out of this cold snap really even, with the 11 hives out of the 14, then I can really make my plans still work with that and be able to split accordingly. And the thing is, with me only having 11 out of the 14 in the hives, technically, I only had 10 hives last year, and I bumped my numbers up as a reserve bank. So to be at 11, I'm still technically ahead. Not that, you hear that, universe? I'm not gloating. I'm not gloating, so you don't have to humble me. I'm humbled. Thank you. So as I was saying, I hope the winter is treating you as kindly as possible. Hopefully the new camera and the mic is coming through good. Let me know on that as well, because as I'm making upgrades on my video equipment, I want to make sure they're worthwhile upgrades. But until then, be well. Forge on.